to who it is I'm talking to when I'm dealing with you, right? I want to know, are you a public speaker? Are you a coach? Or are you a consultant? So what you do is from the very beginning, when you're getting started, you want to figure out who they are. And this is a process that I call self-selection. And what self-selection is, it allows the person that's interacting with you to be able to identify themselves so that you can talk to them in their language, right? It's a little tweak that you can do in your contact form that's going to give you the ability to be able to speak to people as they like to be spoken to, okay? So what we're going to do is right off the rip, we're going to say, are you X, Y, or Z? And when we ask them if they're X, Y, or Z, they're going to identify themselves as X, Y, or Z. So all their nurture sequences are going to be identifying them as X, Y, or Z. And everybody any interaction going forward is going to be relative to if they're an X, if they're a Y, or if there's a Z. I'll give you a real life scenario. I'm a part of a networking group I go to every Tuesday or Wednesday. And when I go to the networking group, I talk to people about their business. And I talk to different types of people in that networking group. I know that my niche is you guys, coaches, consultants, and public speakers. Heavy on the public speakers because of my relationship with Will. I understand a lot about what it is to be a public speaker and market as a public speaker. So I'm going to give exceedingly more attention to those people. If you fall outside of my niche, then my offers really don't apply to you. They could because of who I am and what I do, and because my system, the traffic link, my application can handle any business because it's suited that way. But I know that my messaging, how I talk to you, how I interact with you is going to be from a position of a public speaker. Your pain points, what you're trying to overcome, what's going to help you win. Those are going to be the areas that I'm going to focus on. So I want you to tell me right from the very beginning, who are you and how can I best serve you? If you're not my niche and you fall outside of that, you're going to go on a long-term nurture, because you might end up being somebody that might refer me to somebody that is in my niche later on down the road. Or I'm going to immediately give you an opt-out message that might say something to the fact of, hey, I serve coaches, consultants, and public speakers, and I noticed that you stated that you were not any of those. Here's your opportunity to opt out by replying stop, because going forward, all my messaging is going to be to coaches, consultants, and public speakers, right? That's dealing with segmentation. That's how you properly segment your database, so that when you're talking to somebody, you're going to be able to talk directly to them. How many people are familiar with the like, know, and trust factors? Are you familiar with what that is? Drop a 1 in the comment if that's something that you are familiar with.
Everybody. Yeah.
Should be everybody, huh?
Yeah, should be everybody for sure.
Should be everybody. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're familiar with that, then you understand that the best way to like, know, and trust, one of the number one ways to get somebody to like, to know, and to trust you is to show interest in them.
Right.
When you're dealing with your ideal client, whoever you're dealing with, if you're a public speaker and you deal with SEL, social emotional learning, and all the things that come into that, talking to that person about SEL is going to get you a lot farther than talking to them about positive mental attitude, right?
You talk,
because they're going to go, oh, you specialize in this area. Now, could it be that you specialize in 3 different areas? Yes. Would it be more effective for you to talk to somebody based on what they're interested in? Even a bigger yes, capital Y, yes, yeah. Right? Because now you're talking their language. You got to remember that you, as a public speaker, as a business owner, talk about it from that perspective. Before you even get on stage, there's a lot of business that has to be done. There's a lot of business that has to be conducted. Before you even get on stage, you have to realize that you need to win the business, right? That's the first thing you got to do. You have to win the business. And you have to realize that your job isn't to be the hero. Your job is to be the guide that helps the hero win over their students, right? Your teachers, your administrators, the people that are writing your check, right? They're the hero because their objective is to reach their student body, right? Their objective, if you're going into a business, the manager that's hiring you is the hero because they need more productivity out of their staff. So you're the one that comes along with a message and a process that helps them win at being a hero to their target audience. Remember that. I just got done watching that movie on Netflix about George Foreman called Big George. And in that movie, a Big George met a guy, right? A guy that was working, I believe, security at the Job Corps, right? Big George was constantly getting picked with, hated going to school, hated interacting with people because he had a bad temper. And every time he turned around, his temper was triggered. And people just picked on him because he was a big boy. He was a big dude, even at a young age. Big dude. Natural strength can hurt you. He really tried hard to work on managing his anger in his early childhood, according to the story. So Big George finally met a guy that saw what others considered to be his problem as an opportunity that was going to lead him to his triumph. That was opportunity that was going to lead him to develop in his legacy, right? So this man was also a founder of a boxing gym nearby. And when he caught Big George beating up somebody because they stole his shoes, and then he turned around and punched a hole in the wall, he didn't look at Big George as a threat. He looked at Big George as an opportunity, right? Stick with me. I'm going somewhere with this story. This man trained Big George. Big George then became the George Foreman that we know to this day, right? Because the guy, I forget his name in the story, the coach, the boxing coach, had a plan. He had a structure. He had a idea that was going to help move him from being destructive to being constructive to where now Big George is known in his community in Houston as being a man of God, a minister, and somebody that did a lot of good in the world by taking that same anger and converted it into something good. But Big George didn't get there by himself. He got there because he met a guide. He met a Sherpa. He met somebody that had a plan. You're the guide. You're the Sherpa. You're the person that has a plan, right? And you need to let people know when you're talking to them that you have a plan specifically to them. Get ready. We're getting ready to take the on-ramp back on the freeway. Okay. We took a little detour through the city. Now we're back on the freeway. So when you're talking about segmentation, you need to be able to talk to those people according to what their end goal is going to be. Yes, you may be a public speaker that speaks to corporations, it speaks to schools, speaks to nonprofits, right? Speaks to churches. But when they interact with you, you need to give them the opportunity to then turn around and get the opportunity to then turn around and talk to them according to what they're looking for.
Yeah.
You're the Sherpa. You're the guide. Now, you might be thinking, X, what does all this have anything to do with what you talk about? But you see what this says, right? Automate. And that's what I specialize in, because I'm the man that has a plan for you so that you can talk to the people that have a plan for their target audience. You understand how we are all linked up together, right? I call this philosophy one-step leadership. I'm like one step ahead of you, and I'm not going to use that against you. I'm just going to tell you to grab on, link up so we can go get this bag. So what I'm going to tell you is that when you're talking about moving things, when you're talking about moving this forward, then you're talking about automating this at scale, automating this process at scale, right? So what we're going to talk about today is the seven common segmentations that every business can use, including you as a coach, consultant, and a public speaker. Mainly the public speakers we're talking to today. So what I want to do is I'm going to share my screen. Will, am I going to be able to share my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to share my screen, and what we're going to do is show you what these 7 segments look like. So just a second while I pull that up, and then I'm going to open up my screen and I'm going to share. So how y'all doing so far? How y'all liking this? Is this giving you any value? What people saying, Will?
So it looked like
So I'm teaching today.
Yeah, I already know. Nobody's responded yet, but they watching.
They're watching.
They watching.
All right, cool. That's all I need. So, and it's all right. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me get back to Zoom and share. All right, here are the 7 segments that every business needs. Okay, and we're going to slow walk through this. All right, let me get my thing out the way. All right, first one is the subscriber. The subscriber segment addresses those that have opted in. So anytime somebody takes action on your traffic, right? Should I preface it with the six steps? There's 6 steps to every business needs in order to scale the business online to 6 or 7 figures. One is traffic. The other is capture. The next one is present your offer. The next one is close on your presentation of your offer. The next one is deliver what you said you or promised you were going to do. In your case, go have an excellent presentation. Go speak at a high level, right? The next one after that is then going to be how to follow up. Okay. So we're going to presume that you understand that. If you don't, let me say it again. Traffic, capture, presentation, close, delivery, follow up. One more time. Traffic, capture, presentation, close, delivery, follow up. All right. So after that, once they get captured, then once you capture the information, that begins your segmentation journey. So under the segmentation is subscriber, lead, marketing qualified, sales qualified, opportunity, customer, client, and then an evangelist or a raving fan, somebody that always referring to you, that's always referring you information. They're always referring somebody to you. Hey, go check out Will. Hey, go check out G-Rod. Go check out these folks. They know what they're talking about. You need somebody to do this, man. Go check out Goldsby. They know what they're talking about. That's where you want to. That's where you want to go. Okay, that's the highest that's the highest praise you can get from anybody is a referral, and that's the hardest thing to get to. So we're going to talk about what these different segments are. We talked about subscriber segment. So it addresses those that have opted in. Use targeted messaging to get them to identify their primary interests. And I have an example of what that looks like, and I'm going to show you that in just a few. I built it just for this live. So it's right here. And if you can see that, this is what we're going to get into. So and we're going to cross our fingers because I did kind of do it on the fly. But if it doesn't work, it's going to give me an opportunity to show you how it works. So someone that, and then 2 is a lead, is someone that has opted in, downloaded your lead magnet, and has shown intent to move to the next step in your predefined customer journey. That's now a lead. You understand? So somebody that, if you get somebody that is just looking at your social media, they're just looking at your, oh, I want to hit this so bad right here. You got 16,000 people on your follower list. Don't look at me, Will. You got 16,000 people on your follower list. How many people in your database? Do you not know that if you send out a post right now to your social media, that everybody that is on your database, I mean that everybody that's on your followership and your followers are not getting that message right now, right away? What happens if you wanted to run a flash sale today? You know, they may not see that flash sale until Friday, because these are publicly traded companies that have an agenda to keep you on their platform as long as possible, to help to make the people that are using, the businesses that are using their platform, pay for advertisement so that they can get to their predefined target audience in a much more faster way, right? They're not interested in you getting your message to your followers about what you're doing right away. That's not their intent. They don't care nothing about that. So what you need to be doing is getting people to become leads in your database. So when you have a offer, you can send an email to your 16,000, 5,000, 2,200 followers. And you need to have measures in place that can then capture their information, their name, their email address, and their phone number. I can't do the three. Name, email. Hey, it's rough being this old. And phone number, right? And you need to put those people in your database that go into your CRM, right? And that's where this segmentation starts to come into place, right? Next is marketing qualified. Now you've identified somebody, identified their position, their interest, and their alignment, it's time to make your qualified offer. I want to highlight that part right there, qualified offer. If they haven't shown you enough interest, then why are you making them an offer? You ever been on a date with somebody? And if you married, you know. You have been on a date with somebody that you're super into them, but they act like they can care less? How does that date end? So why are you offering to marry somebody that don't have no interest in who you are? Same thing. Make a qualified offer. So part of the segmentation is kind of like putting hurdles on a track, right? You want people to be able to clear this hurdle, clear that hurdle, clear this hurdle, clear that hurdle before you give them your best offer. So the marketing qualified is making sure that they are now qualified for you to make an offer. You kind of know at this point, if they saw your ad, or they saw your social media post, or they saw your whatever it is, and they became a subscriber, they signed up, and then they moved on to being a lead, and now they're ready. Now you should know that, oh, they're showing interest. They're showing interest. They're showing intent, right? They're showing interest, right? You know their position, you know they're interested, and you know that they have an alignment. It's now time to make your qualified offer by presenting your solution to their needs. It's important to use messaging that recalls their PIA, position, interest, and alignment, right? So you say, hey, as a coach, consultant, or speaker, I know that you need automated systems. Because while you're up on stage presenting your speech, doing your good work, which I consider anybody that's a speaker, you're doing that good work, right? You're moving that message forward. You're inspired. Dare I say you're inspired by God, and you have a message that is burning so much so that you want to go out and do what 89% of the people in the world will not do. 99% of the people in the world will not do, which is stand up in front of a group of strangers and speak. That takes inspiration, right? I'm teaching tonight. I'm just gonna teach. How am I doing on time? I got
You in your bag, bro.
15 minutes. Okay. All right. So now you made a marketing qualified offer, right? So you know that you have position, interest, and alignment. The next thing is you want to make sure that you have, next thing is sales qualified leads, right? Now, sales qualified leads are now introduced to your highest offer. Do you see why it's marketing and sales have an alignment? When marketing stops, sales begins, right? So where marketing stops, sales begins. Where I say, hey, as a public speaker, you need automated systems because you need help with sending out email. You need help with sending out text messaging. You need help with scheduling and follow-ups to automatic to scheduling. You need help with nurture sequences. You need help with voicemails and automated voicemails. And you need help with segmenting your audience into specific groups so that you can message them accordingly. Then the next thing I'm going to say is, I want to offer to do that for you for $500 a month. Now I've entered the sales realm. Marketing is gone, sales begins, right? And it's important that you're only making your sales pitch to those that are highly qualified. Because if you start to speak, going back to the beginning, if you start talking to people that don't like, know, or trust you, or that you're not talking their language, why are you even why would you suspect that they would even want to buy from you at that point? What would make you feel like you've given them enough information, you provided them enough, you've given them enough to like, know, or trust you, you've talked to them specifically on their position, interest, and their alignment, that you can even ask them for money? Because I'm gonna tell you what happens and then give you a real life story. I've done that before. I skipped over the marketing qualified piece and just made somebody a offer to sell. Something about it sounded good enough for them to say yes. But when we got into the work of, now you need to show up for your onboarding call so I can walk you through getting all the information from you so that I can set you up for success. Guess what they do? Gone. They out of there. They out of there. Why? Because they didn't have the right position, the right interest, and we don't have alignment. So that's why it's important that you make sure that you're doing your marketing qualification the right way. And it starts with your segmenting, right? And again, I'm gonna show you how this works in a minute. So the next thing is an opportunity. So an opportunity is presented once a person has taken advantage of the special offer or a lead magnet. So, right. So this is the opportunity for you to say, okay, this is what it's going to be. This is your offer, right? Now you're saying this is what the opportunity is going to be. Now you're outlining, this is how it's going to be. This aligns with step number 5, the delivery process, right? This aligns with your delivery system, right? So you're using messaging that confirms timelines. It talks about the results and deliverables and how they're all going to come together, right? 6 is now they are a customer or a client. So this is the number 5 is the beginning of the delivery process. Number 6 is the back end of the delivery step, right? So now they're a customer and they have taken the first step to showing confidence in your ability to deliver. Now is the best time to present them with other relevant offers, right? Or services that would make their life even more easier. Give you a good example. When you go to speak at a place, when you're talking, you're getting ready to go speak to them, when's the best time to sell your book? Before they heard you speak or after they heard you speak? So if you call them and say, look, I got a book, can I set up a table, at the event to sell the books, to kind of either offset the cost or I just want to be there to sign the books with the kids. Mm-hmm. And then you go ahead, and now when the people come, or if you're in a corporate event, can I set up a table to meet and greet the people that I just spoke to? I'm gonna have a book for sale, $25, right? You can buy it in advance for 20 for everybody that's going to be in attendance, up to 300 people or whatever the case is. Or you could just let me just sell it outright for $25 to $30 the day of the event. However you want to do it. That's where you start to present them with another thing that will make their life easier, right? This starts to follow. Falls in line. That at this point, this is where it gets to that part going into the sixth system, which is the follow-up, right? So this now goes into number 7, creating an evangelist or a raving fan, right? So this is the follow-up wholeheartedly. After you deliver your service and you've done a good job, you send them a link that allows them to then post a Google review on your behalf, right? Allows them to take a survey to judge or to give you feedback on how you did. This is how you get better. Truth be told, I always tell people that the fortune is in the follow-up. You know what else is in the follow-up? Scale. Scale is in the follow-up. How do you know that you did a good job? How do you know you did a bad job? How do you know where you have the greatest opportunity to add more product or add more services to your overall product offering or your overall service offering? It's in the follow-up.
That's right.
Right. And the goal of following this, and this is the product and goal of following this cheat sheet, is to get you to a point of becoming evangelist or a raving fan. Using messaging that asks for a personal testimonial will be perfect at this step. That's another one. If I can give you a little bit of game, you know what? I'm gonna give you a little bit of game. I use a system that's called Video Ask. Right?
Oh shoot. You going
Ask.
there.
You can go to ask.thetraffic.link to see how I implemented Video Ask. Ask dot the traffic THETRAFFIC.link. And you can implement this for yourself. Let me show you what that looks like on screen.
I hope y'all ready for this. It's about to get crazy, y'all.
Okay, really quick, I just wanted to let you know what you can expect when you click this, when you fill out this form, when you click submit on this form. What are going to be the next steps? I know off the top, people are like, I don't want to be spammed. I don't want to be harassed. Well, the truth is, I don't either. And I'm oftentimes in your place, in your position, and people talk to me about opportunities all the time. I'm in the industry of marketing and automation, so I'm always investing time into learning about marketing and automation. And one of the things I don't want to look forward to is constantly being spammed. And there are some people out there, I won't name names, that go heavy on the email, and that's not what this is. What this is going to be an opportunity for you to then take advantage of some immediately actionable steps that's going to help you get eyeballs, get people clicks, conversions, get people to come and purchase from you. That's what this is about. This is a symbiotic relationship. What that means is I'm going to help you, and in return, you might tell somebody else about who I am, and who knows, we might end up working together. But I wanted to just really quick give you some insight into what's going to happen next once you click submit on this form. So then I just do this, just so you don't have to worry about that. I wanted to address that, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, go ahead and fill out your first name and email address. That's all I need, and we can get started. Talk to you soon. So I put my information in, it takes you to the next. Hi, I'm Xavier. Nice to meet you. Thank you for showing interest in who I am and what I do. I get asked all the time, what is the traffic link and how do you, or what led you to start this company? Well, I'm more than happy to answer that for you. In fact, what you're getting ready to watch will walk you through my journey and answer some questions about how to grow your business exponentially with automation. After that, I'd like to get to a little bit more about you. You'll have a chance to skip around and kind of. All right, so that's what the video ask is. Okay, that's what video ask will do. I'm posting a 10%. Hold on. I'm posting a 10% discount to video ask. If you see that value, if you see value to that, I'm posting that in the chat. Okay, I'm in the comments. Okay, so video ask discount is the traffic.link/video ask. You can go right there, click on that. It'll save you 10% right off the rip. Okay. It's great. I love it. It works wonders for my business. Right. So that's a bit of a little giveaway. Another giveaway. So if you guys are wondering, like, how did I record that? I'm going to show you.
He giving y'all the game tonight, y'all. I just want to let y'all know that.
This right. Let me see if I can stop my share real quick. This right here is a teleprompter screen. That's how I did this. Right?
Nowhere.
And there's an app that you can buy, that you can get in your phone. It comes with a free, and then it comes with a paid subscription. Right? And you see, it has a 3, 2, 1. You can see that. Now I'm just going to take that, put that in here.
Jesus.
No, let me take this case off.
My man pulled out a teleprompter for y'all. Shit.
Man, I'm gonna put this in here. Now, you see that?
Do y'all see this?
That's how I did it. Y'all see that? That's the teleprompter that I used on the same camera that I'm showing you this on, is the teleprompter that I used.
That's too
See
much.
my phone right there?
That's too much sauce. That's too much sauce.
That's how I did it. And I just sat there and recorded my videos for video ads. Now you might ask yourself, so then how did you know what to say? I'm gonna show you that too. And this is totally giving the game away. This is totally giving the game away.
Y'all getting that game tonight. Sheesh Louise.
And when we go on tour, it's gonna be way more game than this. We're talking about AI autoresponders to automate your sales and discovery process. Talking about booking a calendar while getting calendar bookings on your calendar while you're gone, right? Oh man, there's so much. I'm talking about there's so much. This is just the beginning. We're gonna have a VIP day. Me and Will decided we're gonna have a VIP day, right? And we're gonna go over how to automate the sales how to automate the sales and discovery process, right? So after when you get to that step number 3, when it's time for you to present your offer, you can present your offer without you even being on the phone.
That's right.
So then only thing you're doing is a follow-up call, if that, depending on how swaggy you want to get with it, right? I personally suggest, for the type of business that you're in, that you do have some kind of face-to-face interaction, right? You want to talk, you want to have the people that you're talking to see you live, right? But you don't necessarily need to have somebody on somebody, you don't necessarily need to be there to find out if somebody's interested. I'm gonna show you how to automate that, right? So that you can be gone on the beach, like Will said, and you don't have to be the one to do all the discovery. So this is what videos should you record? Here they are. I'm gonna share them with you right now. Y'all better pinch in on your screens. Y'all better pinch in on your screens.
You ain't gonna find this game nowhere else, y'all. Nowhere else.
Right
Sheesh.
here. This is what I talked about in those videos. What did I say? I talked about, I had an 80% video that answers frequently asked questions about our product or service, my product or service. I talked about me. I'm the employee of my business. I talked about me, right? I talked about my bio. Who am I? Where did I come from? I talked about the product or the service that I wanted to talk about. I had created a landing page video, or the video was the intro video that you saw, right? When he said it, when he popped up in the intro, right? And I talked about how much it's going to cost. I talked about I showed testimonials, and I talk about what I promised to do. Right. Those are the selling 7. You better pinch in. I'm not going to tell you the URL, but you better either screen grab, pinch in, or something.
You better do something, because
Better do something, because that's going away in 3, 2, gone. All right. So this is a whole video journey, right? So let's go back to what this looks like. Let's go back to the top, and we're going to wrap it up. I'm at my time. So we talked about segmentation. This is where segmentation begins. First and foremost, this is a pop-up, right? You see that this is a pop-up, right? This pop-up is not going to go away until I put my information in. It's also a funnel. And the point of a funnel is to get people to take particular action to get to a particular outcome. Okay. So I'm gonna put my name in, put my phone number in, right? 316. Right. I'm gonna put my email. Right. And then I'm gonna say I'm a coach, a consultant, or public speaker, or a small business. Something to really notice, earlier I said that my niche is coaches, consultants, and public speakers, right? My niche is not small business, but because I go to a networking group that is that has a bunch of small businesses there, not everybody in my networking group is a coach, consultant, or public speaker. A lot of people in their business have consulting services, or they consult. But people said they need to know how to be a better consultant. Because they consult, there's certain automations you need to implement. I can talk to a lot of them, but there's some people there that are just small business. They sell Melaleuca, right? They sell French fries, right? They're a food truck. I'm going to give them the option to select small business, right? And the reason why is because now I'm going to gracefully walk you out of my business, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to refer me business, right? So, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select coach, right? And then I'm going to select here. Also, we need to talk about A2P and TDLC, right? A 10 DLC, right? They changed the laws now that you have to divulge who you are, what you're going to be using your contact for. That's now a federal law. We had to talk about that at another time. We'll talk about that during the VIP day. Because if you fool around and have a text messaging campaign and you don't follow that, those guidelines, they will shut your business down. They will come after you. And don't ask me how I know. I just know. So I'm going to go ahead and select get started. You see how it says, is your coach business marketing automation ready? Did y'all see that? Now watch this. That says you're a coach with a message worth sharing. You've built your brand on your expertise and unique perspective, but you're struggling to get your message out there. Watch this. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my example homepage, right? My example. This is segmentation in action.
Y'all getting that smoke tonight. Dr. Automate is in the building going heavy.
Okay. And then watch this. And I'm gonna set my email to by the way, you should have your email set up to, even if somebody puts in the wrong email address, those emails are going to come to you. You should have a inbox for that. So if somebody misspells your name, it automatically still comes to you. You can review it to determine if it's a real contact or if it's spam. Okay. That's just a little thing, right? It's something that you can set up with your DNS, with your domain name server. Now I'm going to change this to public speaker. I'm going to click here. Then I'm going to hit get started. Watch this. Do you see how that changed? Is your public speaker business marketing automation ready? You're a public speaker with the message, with sharing. Same site, just segmented and message different, right? As a public speaker, right? I'm talking to you as a public speaker now. You see what I'm saying? Even the FAQs should include language around public speakers because you're a public speaker. That's segmentation in action. That's creating a like, know, and trust factor that's going to get deeper engagement. What if I took the opportunity to say, put my name right here, right? What if I put your name right here? Let's do that real quick. Let's walk the exercise real quick. Let me jump you in here, right? Let me jump you in here. And so I'm going to go here. I'm going here and I'm going to make an edit right here.
Back end. This is crazy.
This is segmentation and action. These things in between the curly brackets are called merge field. Let me see.
Too much sauce, y'all. This is too much sauce. This is some good game right here.
What they saying out there, Will? Is anybody following?
Yeah, man. They rocking with you, bro. They rocking with you. Y'all getting value, put a 1 in the chat. Y'all getting value, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know who rocking with us on this beautiful Tuesday. This is crazy game, right? This is in real time too.
It's real time.
Sheesh.
Okay. So now look, watch this. So I'm going to go back to my example. Did it pop up? Oh, there it goes. Oh, did you notice how it said, is your speaking business? Watch this. So I'm going to say Johnson. I need a, this made up phone numbers are not real numbers. Because if they were, I hope they're not, because if they are, people are getting follow-up text messages right about now. I'm just guessing. I didn't check that out all the way. So, all right. So I'm going to say this is a consultant. Right. And I'm going to say, get started. That is segmentation, right? That is segment. As a consultant, you deserve better than disjointed marketing tools. That's it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed the example. I hope you guys enjoyed the teaching on segmentation. I'm gonna conclude. I'm gonna stop right here. If you want to get this, this cheat sheet about segmentation, If you want to get this cheat sheet about segmentation, let Will know. Reach out to Will, and then Will will then forward it to you. So DM Will, he'll forward it to you. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, all the socials at the traffic link. At the traffic link. I'm gonna be putting out more content there. I'm constantly trying to come up with ways. Ask me questions. I love asking questions. Majority of my content is going to be based on somebody asking me a question and I'm answering the question. Ask me questions, reach out, let's stay connected. Again, it's about linking elbows, right? It's not trying to be the solo, the lone wolf out here trying to win the battle. It's about us all doing it together and winning it together. And again, let's automate, let's be great. And Will, I'm gonna turn it over to you to close it out.
Yeah. So listen, man, in a nutshell, what Xavier was teaching y'all tonight is how to delegate, automate, and generate, right? And we will be back with different other classes as well to add game and value to y'all. And so the